Welcome to this week's Resistance Download. The title of this one is Box. And I titled this because I've found in my own life personally a lot lately that I've taken the things that God has told me, the things God's promised me, or kind of how I view things should happen, and I have limited how I think God should show up in a situation. Essentially, I've kind of tried to place the almighty, perfect, holy God in a box. And sometimes my boxes seem pretty small. Other times my boxes may be a little bigger. But nonetheless, it's a box. And what I've had to come to realize as I read scripture and as I kind of contemplate my own life is that a lot of times I put God in a box. Whether I mean to or not. Not that I don't think God's capable of doing great things, not that I don't think God is almighty or all powerful, but what I really think is going on the inside is that I think God should do it my way. Maybe you've felt that way before too. And I know in my own life, one of the quotes that really has kind of hit me is, I wrote this down today, is simply this. It says, I put God in a box every time I require Him to accomplish something the way I feel is best. Let me say that again. I put God in a box every time I require Him to accomplish something the way I feel it should be done best. And I want to challenge you with that thinking. I've had to be reminded lately that even though God gives me promises and He tells me certain things, that the way He accomplishes it and the way He does things may be far different than I would ever do it. It may be far different than I would ever expect. He may even do a completely different route using things I would never have wanted and yet accomplish it in a way so much greater, so much better than I could have ever done it. There's a verse in scripture that really challenged me too, actually. One's found in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 17 through 19. It says, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you being rooted and grounded in love may have the strength to comprehend with all of the saints what is the breadth and the length and the height and the depth, and to know the love of Christ that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled with the fullness of God. Another verse found in Isaiah 55, verse 8 says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. Essentially, it's God kind of saying to you and I, guess what? I'm bigger, I'm greater, I'm more able, I can see things, understand things, look at things in a way you could never comprehend. So as you're looking through the knothole of life at your current situation and circumstance, I want to challenge you. Realize there's a bigger picture, that we serve an omniscient God. He knows everything. He's almighty, He's powerful. And so the way He might go about doing things may not be the way that you'd want Him to do it, but nonetheless, the way He chooses is far better than yours. So I really want to challenge you this week with the whole concept and the whole thought of, hey, look at your life, look at what God's trying to do, and partner with Him. Don't kick against Him, partner with Him and say, God, I'm going to have a listening and open heart to whatever you want to say and do. I'm going to comply my life to your plan, not the other way around. I'm not going to ask God to do things my way. And I challenge you with that. If God's put a dream on your heart, don't box God into that dream. Say, God, however you want to accomplish this, I'm going to partner with you. I'm going to trust you. Help me hear your voice along the way. And by doing that, we won't get bitter when things don't go the way we expect. We won't get upset or angry. Instead, we'll be like, you know what, God? I'm going to trust your plan in this situation. As long as I'm leaning on Him, as long as I'm listening to Him, then really I'm a success. And so I want to challenge you with that truth. True success is not found in what you accomplish, but are you listening to God and accomplishing the right things? I love you and believe in you. Look forward to seeing you next time.